Hello guys, welcome to today's forecast. We will be looking at a wide variety of wild weather we will be expect to see across the country over the next few days. Um, a part of that, of course, is expected weather across the middle portion of the country, at least through this weekend. But we're also looking at potentially some more wintry weather. Looks like winter hasn't quite left yet for some of the Rockies, apparently. But cities like Denver and possibly Cheyenne could get in on some of the snow as well. And yeah, also the heat in the south and eastern coast of the country as well. So we'll go over all this today for you guys. And the latest outlook for today has two separate areas for weather risks. One of them is in the upper Midwest. The other is across the Ohio Valley. As you can see, there are two enhanced here as well. One of that includes Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin area. One of them, the other is southern Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and far northern Kentucky area. With surrounding slight and marginal risks as well. Both of these areas do have a 5% tornado risk, a 30% wind risk. One of them is a hatched area in southern Missouri and southwestern Illinois. The other area, that West has a 30% hail chance, which is also hatched for the entirety of the enhanced hail risk area, which we do see over here. Then heading into day two, there are two slight risk areas. I believe at some point it was one slight risk and took out majority of that. Um, this one down here includes southern Oklahoma and north central Texas. Well, this one here is just confined to mostly lower Michigan. So yeah, that's where the tornado probabilities are confined to, but potentially some threat as well. Further east, away from the main threat zone, in the mid-Atlantic and northeast. That in this area here also has a 5% wind risk and a 5% hail risk, with the surrounding 15% hail risk in both of the slightest zones. As you can see that right here. For day 3, which is Saturday, we do have a broad marginal risk extending from Texas through the Midwest, South Central U.S., Great Lakes, and into the New England region. Sunday's weather has weather probabilities 15% typically for Northeast New England region, Northern Pennsylvania, New York State, Northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. All under a weather threat possibly for Sunday. We'll also look at the models and take some ganders of the other hat. Of course, here's the future radar. It'll also kind of go over the snow timing as well, and basically when all these hazards will take shape. So northern plains could get some snow tomorrow. Tomorrow morning to be exact. So that'll be over here in northern plains again. And then the snowstorm in Colorado is gonna take shape, and cities like even like Denver could get some snow. Areas as far east as potentially western Nebraska and Kansas could get at least a dusting of snow from all this as well. We would also take a look at some of the snowfall amounts with all of this going on. I would, of course, with each day as to whether the meet would be during the PM hours. Yeah, tonight's weather will focus over here, basically in the outlook areas we also mentioned. So again, from Oklahoma, Texas area, northeastward to Michigan, that's where Friday's weather threat lies upon. Um, doesn't look like there's an awful lot going on with any of this, really. But I can't rule out the convection potential really anywhere in a risk area as well. This is again for Friday afternoon and evening. Like something could go on, Saturday evening, possibly the afternoon as well. Across Saturday's risk area. And then as the whole thing moves out, we could see some more activity, of course, in the northeast New England regions on Sunday as well. Of course, by then the snowstorm has also died down in Colorado. Main timing for that again would be Friday evening into Saturday morning. So yeah, there's that. We'll also look at We'll be talking about the Heatwave as well, possibly expected for the southern and east. Looking at various models in the Snowfall Mountains real quick. It does look like Colorado could get up to several inches and possibly a foot of snow. That'll be mainly in the mountains, but definitely could get a few inches at least as well of this white stuff, unfortunately. Um, Maybe a foot, but I think that's a little overdone for the city in particular. Just a few inches of snow at best for that area. Looks like Cheyenne, capital of Wyoming, could get a little bit of this as well. Even possibly up to a few inches too. Um, as for the northern plains, it doesn't look like too much will fall there outside of the mountains. Maybe up to a couple inches or so. But looking at that, isn't really looking like a major snow event compared to what we're possibly going to be seeing down in Colorado. Um, Late this week, possibly early this weekend as well. But yeah, now that we know the snowfall amounts, we can also take a look at the heat wave we're expecting in some of the parts of the country. So we do see the heat for today, but we'll also be looking at tomorrow as well, where some areas heat indexes could exceed 100 degrees, not just here across Texas, but also in eastern North Carolina and Virginia. And then we'll continue to see that across Texas, but it gets really brutal in southern parts of Texas, where possibly 110 degrees heat indexes at least could occur. These portions of Virginia, North Carolina could also be quite a topic to talk about for the heat specifically. And then we also see those heat indexes rise along the East Coast with those indexes in the 90s really far to the north, possibly even as far north as the Quebec area, like specifically southern Quebec by the border of the U.S., and that's really far to the north, especially for late May. So that's a ton that we're going to be seeing over here. And yeah, it's really quite interesting, to say the least, that this kind of heat can go this far north, especially considering we're in New England, for late May. I mean, we do start to see some of this going on in the next month or so, but might be a little early start overall. So yeah, it's a little quick update on the weather for today, and the next few days really. So yeah, we might as well be live right now. And if we're still live as of talking, you can check this out. You can check that out. But also please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah, stay tuned for future uploads.